Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Lena and welcome back to another video. So I know I have said this multiple times, I don't like doing hauls. I do really like watching them, but I don't like doing them because I feel like I speak about the same books all the time. But because I got so many amazing gifts from you, basically from my friends in BookTube, I really needed to show them, okay? I wanted to hold them, so we're going to do a haul. It's going to be a long one because I haven't done a haul since August, I think. And I have acquired a good amount. And for my birthday, I got some books, okay? I can help it, I can help it. You know what? Let's just get started. It's going to be such a long one. I'm so sorry. So let's just start with the ones that I was gifted for my birthday, basically. The first one that I have here is The Library of the Unwritten by A.G. Hockwith. I don't know what happened there. Just okay. So this was sent to me by Rue from Rue's Reading Corner. I will link all the channels and all the people that I talk about down in the description. Rue is amazing. You should highly check her out. And she sent me this one, which I'm so excited. I think she, Tommy and Katie have been loving this series, so I'm just super excited. Apparently, it's about a library on hell where all the unfinished book go, and then a character from one of these books escapes and it's going after its author. So it sounds so good. I'm so excited for this one. I almost started this book twice last month. I was like, should I read this one? Should I do this one? Yeah, I have no excuse now, so I really need to read this one. Then I got this from Chelsea Zhao. She is amazing. I highly recommend you check her out as well. She's fantastic. I love her so much. She sent me Battle Royale by that name, Kushun Takami? Could be, but I don't have my glasses. I can barely see anything. I'm quite excited for this one. I'm sure that you have already heard about this one. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I have always been kind of curious, and this edition is just super cool. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about it, but I'm still really curious. So I'm going to 100% read it. Also, I don't know if, I've seen the movie. So in the movie, basically they take like a class of students, they throw them out there and they basically have to kill each other while everyone is watching. I think it was like that. It's been like 5 years since I see that movie, since I've seen that movie. So I might be wrong. Oh my God, I almost lost a note. I keep all the notes inside the books like forever. I still have ones from my last year's birthday, I think it was. But yeah, I keep them all. So this was sent to me by Kayla from Kraken to a Good Book. I love her. She's just like such a lovely person. But I'm so excited because she sent me A Strange Practice by Vivian Shaw, and I have been wanting to read this kind of women fantasy series for so long. I did hear some mixed things in the past, but recently I've heard really good things, so I'm just super excited. In this one, apparently we follow Greta Helsing, and she is a doctor that helps kind of magical creatures or natural creatures like vampires and such. So it's a concept that blows my mind. I just love it. Oh, I enjoy it so much. It low-key reminds me of Not Even Bones, which I will talk about later. But yeah, I cannot wait. I really want to read all these books next month, but I think that's going to be like a little bit impossible, but why not? So Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads send me, oh, Stephanie is such a hard name for me with all my strong R's in Spanish to say that. But she sent me Darkness Forge by Mark Larkin. She was so kind. I just recently put this one on my wish list because it's one of the finalists for this year's SPFBO. It's Kitty G's finalist. Yeah, it's Kitty's finalist. And I cannot wait. It's kind of this Viking fantasy where all the men went to war apparently and they come back and all the women are gone. I think that was the premise. I might be mixing it with something else, but yeah, I'm super pumped for this one. I just love my SPFBOs, so thank you so much, Stephanie. I really wanted this one. I didn't open them like as soon as they got there because I got super emotional for some reason. I'm not a really emotional person, but I was just like with my teary eyes and just like, oh, they're so nice. So yeah, that's never going to happen. Okay, so let me tell you a story about these two books, okay? So first I got Horror Store. Oh, I almost lost the note again. Damn it. Porter by Grady Hendrix, who is becoming one of my new favorite authors. I loved My Best Friend's Exorcism and Southern's Book Club Guides. That is down there. So I was super happy when Monica from Comunion Reads sent me this. I was just like, oh my god, she nailed it. And then she was just like, but I was going to send you Born, but I thought you already had it. And I'm just like, no, I actually don't own Born yet. I do need to read it, but I don't own it. So I was just, you know, having a good day at my house. And then this showed up. Damn you. How dare she send me another one? She ended up sending me Born too, by Jeff Vandermeer. And no, Monica, no. But yeah, she better be ready for Christmas. But that was such a surprise. Monica's fantastic. She is one of my booktube besties, 100%. I mean, I love her so much. But yeah, how dare she? How dare she? I also have to say that I love how this one looks. It really looks like the catalog from IKEA. It's so cool. So the next ones I got from my friends, basically. I think that I'm not missing any book. I don't think so. I just got like confused there. But from some of my friends, I got A Pandemic by A.G. Riddle. I love books about pandemics. I can't help it. I know that it sounds insensitive right now, but I really enjoy them. So when I got this, I was just like, yeah. Also, it's actually super chunky. I thought it was going to be like a lighter read for some reason, but it's just like almost 700 pages. Like, what the fuck? And it's also part 1 in a trilogy. Why? I don't know. But apparently the virus series is kind of Ebola related or something like that. So I'm super excited. I mean, I know how this is going to work, but I just can't help it. They are such a guilty pleasure for me. So from those same friends, I also got Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. I'm super excited for this. I'm sure that my boyfriend picked this one because the cover is just super reminiscent of a video game. I'm kind of like 100% sure. But for what I remember about this book, this is about two siblings. One of them works for the Empire, and the other one is actually trying to take it down. That's what I remember. I might be completely wrong, but yeah, according to the back, it is. So I've been excited for this book for months. I cannot wait. It's gigantic. It's a floppy paperback. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to jump into this one. I really want my TBR game to actually let me pick this one next month. I'm so excited. And continuing with the gifts from my boyfriend and the same friends, we also have The Red Sea by Edward W. Robertson. And let me tell you a story about this one. I've been wanting to read this book for like 2 years, maybe, or even 3, because it has like a magical disease that spreads through this fantasy land, and the main character is trying to find a cure so he can heal his father, which again relates to this because I'm a sucker for viruses in books. But when I was about to start reading this, I discovered that it actually had a prequel series, which is the original series. It's actually a trilogy, and it's called The Cycle of Aram. And I did read, if you remember correctly, I have read the first book, but I never finished the trilogy. The first book is The White Tree by the same author, and I did like it, but I wasn't like 100% into it. So I have decided that I'm going to pass on the first trilogy and just jump into this one. If I love this cycle, because this is the cycle of Gallant, then I would just go back and enjoy the first trilogy. But I'm just going to do the bad thing and just read this one. And from the same people, I also got Legendborn by Tracy Deon, and I'm so excited. I almost bought this like 2 days before this one arrived. I was just like, I want to buy books. My boyfriend was just like, don't, please don't. And I was just like, well, okay, I will wait. I'll wait a week. And then this arrived, so thank you. So in this one, we follow Bree. Her mother died in an accident, and she has always suspected that there was something going on. Then one day she witnesses the attack of a demon, and she actually finds out about this secret society called Legendborn, and she's just going to infiltrate it. And I'm so excited. I really cannot wait for this one. I've heard incredible things about it. I think this book really deserves like more hype, but I cannot wait. I'm 100% reading this one next month. So from another group of friends, I got Kings of Paradise by Richard Neal. Can you tell that my friends got me indie books. I'm so surprised. I wasn't expecting that, but that's so nice of them. And I literally know nothing about this book, but I just recently been thinking about it. Like, I believe that this was one of the winners of SPFBO, and I don't know why, but the cover keep appearing like on my mind. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to get this one. Even though I'm not huge on pirates, this is apparently pretty grim dark, so I'm excited about it. But yeah, I know nothing. Also, the covers for the next ones are beautiful. But yeah, I'm super excited for this one. And then from my uncles, I got the, oh, I almost said The Beautiful Life, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by B. Schwab. I mean, of course. This book has taken like over booktube for a bit. Like, yeah, this is the Spanish edition. I'm just so happy that they got me this one because this is so much better than the UK edition. Usually in Spain, I don't know why, but they take the US covers for some reason. I don't understand why, but yeah, I'm so happy that I got this one. I also gifted this book to one of my friends for his birthday, which is like the day after mine, like Ruse, by the way. But he told me that it was actually fantastic, that I should highly read it. Even though I don't have like the best relationship with B. Schwab, I'm quite excited for this one. But oh, I almost forget. For what I know, apparently Addie LaRue is about this girl called Addie that makes a deal with the devil and grants her like immortality, but in exchange, she is going to be forgotten by everyone that she comes in touch with. Like she's talking with someone, and while they are talking with her, they are conscious that she is there. They basically forget her. So it's a good premise. It's a good premise. I'm curious enough. I'm curious enough. The last book that I got the last book that I got for my birthday was Daughter of the Dark by Maria. Oh my god, by Marina and Sergei Dyachenko. These are the authors of Vita Nostra, which I read on October and I freaking loved. I adore this book so much. I cannot wait to reread it. But this is apparently their new book, and in this one we follow a DJ that finds this girl. I don't remember the name of the girl, but he finds her, and apparently she has to play like this absurdly complicated, convoluted piece of violin to actually find her brother. And yeah, apparently it's related to music. I'm super excited. I love Vita Nostra. I don't think that I'm going to love this one as much as Vita Nostra, but I cannot wait. I'm just like, it was extremely expensive for being this short, but I had to have it. I had to. So those are all the books that I got for my birthday. So I'm just going to show you one book that was sent from the publishers, and then just books that I have been acquiring from August till right now, basically. So I basically requested from Rebellion Publishing Skyward Inn by Elijah Whiteley, and I'm so excited for this one. I don't know why, but since I first saw it, I think I saw the arc on Tori's Instagram, maybe. Apparently it's about this inn that is kind of a safe place after the invasion. But then we have two people, yeah, talking there, and a new one after the invasion comes in and starts telling the story. So I'm excited. I think that this is going to be right up on my alley, or just the complete opposite. So I think that it's going to be great. Oh, by the way, this comes out on the 16th of March in the US and the 18th of March in the UK. So let's just start with the ones that I bought, okay? So the first one that I have here is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I wasn't really into this one, but I saw Angela's from Literature Science Alliance review a couple of weeks ago, and you know what? It kind of piqued my interest, so I was just like, yeah, why not? I got the mass market paperback. It was super cheap, so if I don't really like it, I will just get rid of it. But I'm curious. Apparently it's about a girl that records a first contact with aliens and uploads it into YouTube. That's what I remember. But yeah, I'm curious enough to read it. I don't know if I'm going to love it. Then you have our super anticipated sequel that I've been wanting to get into for basically since the moment that I bought it. But this is Chaos Vector by Megan E. O'Keefe. This is the sequel to Velocity Weapon, which I read in July. No, I read it in August. Yeah, in August or September, somewhere there. But I completely loved that first book. I think it was such a solid entry into this trilogy. I think it's a trilogy. It's a trilogy? But I've been really wanted to read the sequel since then, and I'm super excited to finally be able to do it. But yeah, I will try and pick this one next month because I cannot wait. But basically in Velocity Weapon, we follow two siblings, and one of them basically wakes up 200 years later after the war. And she is told that everything went to shit, the planets blow up, and she is now trapped in a alien intelligence enemy ship, which is super cool, and the ship is just so good. Oh my god, the ship is amazing. And at the same time, we follow the other sibling who is actually to 1,000 years prior, basically maneuvering through all the politics in the war. But yeah, it's just so cool. It's just such a good sci-fi series. I enjoyed it so much. Another super anticipated sequel. This is Dead Man on a Ditch by Luke Arnold. This is the sequel to The Last Mile in Thunder City, which I read on September, maybe, and I was so surprised by it. I immediately got up and basically bought the sequel when it came out last month. I think it was last month. Was it last month or 2 months ago? I don't know, time. But I really cannot wait. The first one is a great mix between Carnival Row, The Wolf Among Us, Alien Noir. We basically follow Detective Fetch, and we're set on a world where magic has disappeared, and now all the creatures that basically use magic for their powers are kind of disintegrating. It's not exactly that, but basically vampires are getting like really old. Banshees are no longer able to speak because the power was in their voice. It's just such a cool concept. I love it. And Fetch is going to basically investigate what happened with the missing vampire. It's super cool. It's a super cool urban fantasy, kind of dark type of urban fantasy. I loved it. I will highly recommend to check out the first one. It's such a fun ride. Then let me quickly just mention the sequel. This is The Demon World by Sally Green, the sequel to The Smoke Thieves. And I was pretty surprised by The Smoke Thieves. I thought that I wasn't going to like it, but I ended up really enjoying it. So in that one, we basically follow 6 different perspectives. By the end, you know how that goes. They all converge and they have like a common purpose. But the cool thing is that in this world, the wealth comes from basically taking demon smoke. And it's just such a cool concept. I love demons in books. I think they're fantastic. I love monsters in books. But yeah, I'm still really curious about continuing with the series because I think the book got better towards the end. So I'm super excited to read this one. Then we have a controversial one. I have here To Sleep in the Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I've heard so many mixed things about this book. Like, it being trash, it being slow, it being fantastic, it being an incredible, amazing first contact with alien story. I really want to make my mind about it, so I decided to buy it. I was pretty excited because first contact with aliens is one of my favorite tropes, so it was like a match made of heaven. But we'll see if it actually holds to my expectations. I don't have like really high expectations, but I in my heart, I'm just like, yeah, it's going to be good. So I'm really nervous, but we'll see what happens. Apparently in this one we follow Kira, and on kind of an expedition to an unknown planet, she finds out these relics, and you know what? Aliens! So yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I'm so happy that I finally got this one. So for my birthday, for myself, because you have to treat yourself always, I got Comunion by F.D. Cross, book 3 in the Wolfgang trilogy. I freaking adore this indie trilogy. I think it's so cool. I've said it multiple times. This is just like Castlevania, but in a book form. I freaking adored it. Gothic vampires are just like the fucking best. I enjoyed it so much. But yeah, after the kind of cliffhanger that we'd had in the second book, I cannot wait to jump into the third one. It's much shorter, which is surprising. I thought it was going to be actually bigger than the second one. But yeah, I really cannot wait to go back with fucking Wolfgang and just start killing some vampires. But yeah, basically the main premise of this one is that we follow Hunter Wolfgang. Everything was kind of at peace, but one day vampires kind of assemble and they murder his wife and kidnap his son. So he's out for revenge and to actually try and find the child. But yeah, I cannot wait. I want to read this one so bad. I'm going to show this one because it's an indie book, so it deserves to be shown. So I have here the new release from my favorite Spanish author. I freaking love this guy. This is La Puerta by Manuel Loredo. Did I say Loredo? what the hell, Laredo. I'm just excited. It's about a ritual crime set actually in the place where I live, so extra points for that. But yeah, I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I love almost all of his books. I have like some favorites and some that I don't love as much, but I've read all of them. I'm super excited. And it's so short. I'm so sad that it's so short. He usually writes like really kind of big books, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Then you have here the Phlebotomies by Chris Panatier, and I don't really know much about this book, but I saw it, I think it was on Justine's channel. I should read that. And she was talking about it in a really interesting way. So I'm just like, you know, I think that I'm going to love this one. It's a dystopian, but it has like some vampire elements to it, something related to blood. And I was just like, I need that one. So I got it for myself. Treating myself again. Yeah, but I'm super excited for this one. I cannot wait. I think that I'm going to jump into this one if I manage to actually finish all my TBR. I really want to get into this one. I love getting into books that I don't really know much about. It's just such a satisfying thing. Then a quick mention here. I got iRobot by Isaac Asimov because these fucking new covers are gorgeous. I love it. I don't know how to tell you anything about this book. Have you never heard about Isaac Asimov? I mean, the 3 laws of erotics. It's just like, what? But I'm in love with these new covers. I'm planning on getting Foundation and the sequel to this collection of short stories next month in the same covers. They're just so beautiful. There's something about them. I'm in love. I'm in love. Another really super fast mention. I have here the Chrysalids and Kraken Wakes by John Wyndham. I decided to start collecting John Wyndham's books because I have seen so many of the adaptations, but I have never seen the book. But I have never read the books. So I'm super excited because The Day of the Triffids is one of my favorite movies. It's such a bad movie. I know, you didn't have to tell me. I know it's fucking awful, but it's such a guilty pleasure. So I decided to start collecting these. I think they're super gorgeous. I'm not like 100% into the covers, but they match so good. I already have like 4 and they look so pretty. I'm so excited. I know nothing about this too. Nothing. Then when it came out, I got The Once and Future Witches by Alexi Harrow. I've been putting this one off because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it as much as the 10,000 Doors of January. So I'm really nervous and it's making me so anxious thinking about it. But I really want to read it. I would like to really get into this one before the end of the year. I'll try it. I won't promise anything, but I'm just so nervous. But apparently it's about a group of women trying to become witches. Was it a group of women or was it some sisters? I don't remember. But yeah, they want to become witches. And apparently it has like tons of feminism included here, which is something that I really enjoy in books. So we'll see. I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do. Oh, for this one, I'm just like extra excited. Please, would someone bother read this with me so I can read it ASAP? This is The Midnight Library by Mike Haig. I've heard so many incredible things about this book. Apparently it's just like super hard hitting and it just, it punches you straight in the face with fucking feelings. So I cannot wait. I'm super excited. Apparently it's about a library where all the decisions that you could have made are just like stored and you can just redo your life. Apparently, I think that it's going to be just like so heartbreaking. But I'm super excited to get this one. Please, will someone read this with me? I don't want to read it alone. I don't want to suffer alone. Then you have 2 sequels that I'm super pumped to get to. The first one is the Ikkesar Falcon by K.S. Villoso. I really enjoyed the Wolf of Oranjaro, so I cannot really wait to get into this one. In the first one, we follow Queen Taliel, and she has been ruling on her own for like, I think it was 8 or 9 years. And then her supposed missing husband sends her a letter asking her to meet. So she goes there, and I will not tell you anything else because it had like a really weird twist on the middle. It never went where I thought it was going to go. So I was extra surprised by it, but yeah, I'm super excited to read this one. From what I've heard, it's better than the first book, so extra excitement, but yeah, I cannot wait. Oh my god, and then you don't know this yet, but I freaking loved The Grace of Kings. I adored that book so much. I already have the sequel. The This is The Wall of Storms by Ken Liu. I cannot wait. So in the first one, because I don't want to tell you anything, you will see it on my blog. My God, what a book. In the first one, we have this land that was divided into 7 different realms. The emperor came in, unified everything, and now he's about to die, and his dream is just going to go poof and disappear. So when he dies, we have like rebels trying to independ from the empire, and then some part of the empire trying to maintain everything unified. But mainly we're going to follow 2 different characters. One is Mata and the other one is Kuni. Mata is like in lost heir that lost everything when the emperor unified everything. Now he is out for revenge because he wants to be the fucking leader again. And then Kuni is a thief. That is not a count because he's fucking great. Oh my God, these 2 are going to meet, they're going to become just like brothers. But basically, this is just said all in the synopsis, you know, and it's just like 300 pages of the book. They have very different ideals, so they're going to collide a little bit. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's just, what a ride of a story. What a ride of a story. Then today I got the Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth and Ix. I'm so excited to read this one. Since I've heard about it, I was just like, should I get it? I think I should get it. So this week I finally took my chances and was just like, you know what, I'm getting it, fuck it. But apparently in this one we have like 2 different types of booksellers, the left-handed and the right-handed. The left-handed are just like the arm part of this. They collect like knowledge and such to keep it safe, but they are just like the badasses, you know. And then the right-handed ones are just like the brains, the smart ones. So it's such a cool concept. I'm so excited. I want to read this one so bad. This is one of my like top priority TBR. It's just, I want it. Please tell me that this was actually good. Then talking about Garth Nix, I decided to finally get Sabriel. This series is just like super well loved in like the English bookish community, but I think that it never got translated here. And if it did, I don't remember ever seeing it, so it wasn't like really popular. But so many people have like strong feelings, like love feelings about this book, that I just, well, about this series, I really want to share that. And the only thing that I basically know is that it has necromancy and a girl looking for a father, I think it is. But yeah, basically I'm just like so excited to finally get to this. And this cover, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, I can't. Oh, before I forgot, I got many Kindles, okay? Many like ebooks. But I really want to mention Along the Razor's Edge by Rob J. Hayes. I'm super pumped for this one. I'm kind of hesitant between getting the physical and the ebook, so I decided to get the ebook, and if I like it, I will just go ahead and get the full trilogy because those covers are beautiful. But I really enjoyed Never Die by Rob J. Hayes, so I'm super excited to get into this one. But apparently our MC here is just like a super badass warrior, and when the war ends, she's thrown into this kind of pit, like it's a kind of a prison with all the awful people are, and she has to escape. So it sounds perfect. I want it. I've heard great things about it also, so I'm so excited. Excited is going to be the word for this video. Excited. Then I just got this one in a super real weird wimp. This is the Master of Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov, and this is a really weird book, so I would highly recommend that you check out the description of the book for yourself or some reviews. But we follow like 2 different characters. One of them is kind of a self-proclaimed magician, then turns out that he's actually the devil and he's going after this editor. And it's a really weird book, okay? Like, Eastern literature is weird, but it's so good. So I'm super excited to get to this one. I'm not like in a rush to get into it, but I really want to read it. Oh my God, this one I want to read so bad. This is The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker, and I've heard incredible things about this series, and especially now that the sequel has come out like a couple of days ago. So yeah, apparently the ships in this world are made out of dragon bones, and dragons went extinct, but now a new race has appeared and they are just all going to hunt them. It's such a cool concept. Sounds so cool. I really want to get into this one. I'm super excited. Again, from people that I really, really trust in their judgment. They have said incredible things about this one. So I cannot wait to read it. I know nothing about this book, okay? So if it's good, you will have to tell me. This is Embers of War by Gareth L. Powell, and I have heard great things about this series. That's why basically I bought it. But if I tell you the truth, I don't know nothing about what this one is about. Just that it's a really well-known sci-fi and that it's super cool. That's it. That's all I know. So please, let me know if this is actually worth my time and I didn't make a mistake. Please. Oh, I have another story for you. So a couple of weeks ago, I was just watching Angela from the Strategem Alliance. Yes, I watch all her videos because they are fantastic. You should highly check her out. I mean, do it. But she was ranking some series that she has read. And I will link that video down below. But she talked about the Prince of Nothing trilogy. And I've been wanting to read that trilogy for so long because it's a very great staple on Grimdark. So I was just like, I really need to read that. And she was just like, oh, the sequel trilogy is trash, but the first one is okay. So I bought it. That's it. I've been wanting to read this one for so long. I really like Grimdark, so I need to read this one. But this is The Darkness That Comes Before by Scott Baker. This one is Baker, not Parker. This is book 1 in the Prince of Nothing trilogy. And that's it. That's all I know. I had to get this edition because the other one with the face is fucking awful. It's so ugly. I paid extra for this one, but it was worth it. The other one is just so damn ugly. So again, you don't know this yet, but I finally read Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb and I freaking loved it. So I basically got Royal Assassin. I cannot wait to actually jump into the sequel. I have to say that she broke my fucking heart in the first one. I mean, how dare she? How dare she? But I'm super pumped to get into this one. Basically, in the first one, we follow Fitz. He's the bastard of this lord, and he's basically taken into the castle and trained to be an assassin. That's like the overall premise. But yeah, I cannot wait to jump into this one. Look at the size of this one compared to the first one. What happened? But yeah, I know that all her books now are just gigantic, so I cannot wait to start with them. Oh my god, another sequel that I needed. This is Raven Strategem by John Halley. I'm about to read this one. I'm about to start this one actually next week because even though it's not on my TBR, I cannot wait to read it because I want to read the third one with Angela and Kayla. And oh, this series is so good. I loved Nine Fox Gambit last month. You should check out my wrap-up if you want to know more. But I cannot wait. In the first one, we follow Cherries, and she's tasked with retrieving this fortress. Was it 1,000 Needles? Something like that. I always forget that name for some reason. But yeah, she is tasked with getting it back from the hands of the enemies, and for that, she is going to use the help of General Jedao, which is a general that has been dead for many years, but is brought back all the time to help strategy because he's a master strategist, and Jedao is one of the best characters I have ever read. So I will highly check out Nine Fox Gambit if you like sci-fi. It's a weird read, okay? It's a really weird read. So you might be just like, oh, sure, okay, with many things, but you just need to go past them. It's fine. You will get it later. Just accept them. Because Amos says with Avatar, I rewatched it last month, 2 months ago. I basically decided that it's time for me to actually jump into the books. I really want to get into this series and also the graphic novels that continue this story. This is the Rise of Kyoshi by FCG, and this basically follows Avatar Kyoshi. What am I supposed to tell you? I've heard great things from Katie about this series, so I really cannot wait. I'm so excited. My Avatar heart is just on point today. Then let's talk about this book. I got this one on release date, but I don't know why. I always forget that I have it. And it's just like they're sitting there, sitting on the shelf, like, are you ever going to pick me up? But this is the Boneshard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. And I really tell you, I really want to read this one. We basically follow our main character. She's the daughter of the emperor, and one day, because of this kind of weird illness, all of her childhood memories are stolen, and also her place in the palace, and now she's trapped there, and the only way to get out is basically with the bone shard magic, which sounds so fucking cool. but I don't know why I keep forgetting about it. Please, if you want to read this, let me know. We can do it together so I can finally get it out of my TBR. I got When Villains Arise by Rebecca Schaffer. This is book 3 in the Not Even Bones trilogy. Well, in the Market of Monsters trilogy, actually, not even Bones. But, oh my freaking god. I love this urban fantasy series. I think it's fantastic. It's YA, but it's just so good. We basically follow Nita, and she and her mother basically kidnap monsters and just cut them in parts and sell them to the Market of Monsters, because monsters in this world are real and they are actually just like listed in dangerous and non dangerous. It's just super cool concept. I love the first book. The second one was really enjoyable, but I cannot wait how this series actually ends. I'm so sad that it's ended, but I'm so excited to finally read it. And last but not least, today I finally got my copy of Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. I'm so mad that I had to just buy the tall paperback because I want the tiny ones, but those don't come out until 1 year, I think. But yeah, I got this one. It's really floppy. I thought that it was going to be like the stiff one. I'm just like, I'm not going to explain anything to you about this series, because if you're here, I'm sure that you have heard about this series already. But yeah, I'm quite excited now that everyone is reading it. I wasn't really that pumped in the beginning of the month, which is like, yeah, I just want to read The Burning God. But now that I have finished The Burning God, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I kind of want to read Rhythm of War. And everyone has been saying that it's one of the best ones in the series. So I'm excited. My god, we are finally done. How much time? Almost a fucking hour. It's almost a fucking hour. The stress of editing this. Holy shit. But please, as I've told you before, let me know which one of all the damn books that I have shown you I need to prioritize. There are so many. There are so many, and I want to read so many books before the end of the year. I really want to finish some series. I really want to start some series before the end. But yeah, that's going to be all for today, my guys. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!